Welcome to existence in the Philippines. Envision a realm where vibrant jeepneys crowd the avenues, women exude allure like beauty contestants, and laborers tally vehicles under the blistering sun, while a distinct custom of oil bathing endures in distant hamlets. This is not merely another travelogue. It's a profound immersion into the core of a nation that astonishes at every juncture. Prepare for an expedition brimming with culture escapade and revelation. All you are unaware of about the Philippines is waiting. So are you prepared to discover the splendor and enigma of this astounding island country? Let us commence. In Southeast Asia, the Philippines distinguishes itself as a tropical jewel. Formally designated as the Republic of the Philippines, this island group features more than 7,000 isles, fashioning an entrancing haven of sea and islands, encompassing a complete expanse of 300,000 square kilometers. The Philippines is an ideal fusion of immense oceans, immaculate white sandy shores, verdant green rice paddies, unspoiled tropical woodlands, and towering mountains presenting the most varied and opulent natural landscapes in the vicinity. Notably, the appellation Philippines was bestowed by the Spanish navigator Ruy López de Villalobos to honor King Philip II of Spain when they arrived to survey this location. With a populace exceeding 100 million, the Philippines is ranked as the world's 12th most populous nation. This country is renowned not just for its amiable and welcoming populace, but also for its uncommon biodiversity. From lively coral formations abounding with scarce tropical fish to the Philippine eagle among the biggest raptors globally, nature here is genuinely a human treasure. The climate in the Philippines is an ideal mixture of balmy sunlight and refreshing zephyrs, with the dry period extending from November to April and the wet period from May to October. Even during the wet period, the allure of this island group stays stunning, offering a memorable encounter for travelers. A further distinct feature of the Philippines is its significant banner. The trio of stars on the banner signifies the three principal island collections, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, whereas the sun with its 8 beams represents the initial 8 provinces that battled against Spanish colonial rule. Significantly, the banner of the Philippines alters according to the nation's circumstances. In periods of conflict, the crimson section is positioned over the azure, and in eras of calm, it is inverted. The formal tongues of the Philippines are Filipino and English, with more than 80% of its inhabitants conversing in English, establishing it as the globe's 5th biggest English-speaking country. Nevertheless, this does not stop you from sensing the friendliness and genuineness in each mabuhay welcome from the native people. Upon your initial trip to the Philippines, you shall be struck by the jeepneys, vibrant small buses that are a common means of public transit in this Southeast Asian nation. The dimensions, extent, and rider volume of these conveyances have grown with societal advancement through time. Initially, jeepneys were armed forces jeeps by Willys and Ford, which were renovated, yet presently the majority of jeepneys in the Philippines are recently built incorporating supplementary engines and components from Japan. A prominent characteristic of jeepneys on the avenues of the Philippines is their outside and inside, which are adorned with creative designs and vivid hues, rendering them an emblem of culture for Manila and the entire Philippines. An astonishing and occasionally awkward facet of jeepneys is that their itineraries are not distinctly indicated. To secure a passage, you need to signal the operator and inquire whether the jeepney proceeds to your intended place. Comment 9. If you believe trying a jeepney journey is essential when touring the Philippines, as you reach Manila, the teeming capital city of the Philippines, you shall be astounded not just by the vibrant jeepneys, but additionally by an unusual occupation traffic enumerators positioned on the thoroughfares amid the disordered transport. Having more than 13 million inhabitants, Manila often encounters traffic gridlock. Indeed, it requires a mean of over 25 minutes to journey merely 10 kilometers within this city. Curiously, whereas many contemporary cities employ technology to address traffic problems, Manila yet preserves a manual procedure tallying vehicles. This constitutes the task of traffic engineers belonging to the Manila Metropolitan Development Authority (MMDA). At a bustling junction, these traffic tabulators, outfitted with a compact gadget with 6 buttons, observe and register every vehicle going past. Throughout an 8-hour duty, they can tally up to 7,000 vehicles, a remarkable figure, even in this technological age. Ms. Laprisa, a tabulator who has held this position for 10 years, conveys, "We find fulfillment in this employment because we understand its significance. We are not bothered when individuals undervalue what we perform." Presently, the city possesses just 34 manual traffic tabulators, like her, all attired in reflective yellow vests and posted at a minimum of 16 main roads in the vicinity. Derived from the gathered information, the MMDA has instituted exclusive motorcycle lanes and lessened the count of mishaps on Commonwealth Avenue, a principal thoroughfare in northern Manila, having a traffic flow reaching 408,000 vehicles per day. The journey duration on this passage has additionally diminished by 24 seconds across an expanse of roughly 7 kilometers. Should you be feeling bold in traffic, you could go to Banaue in Ifugao Province. Herein, inhabitants have fashioned basic wooden conveyances to traverse the perilous mountainous landscape, a less costly and more practical alternative to fuel-operated vehicles. The factor rendering the Banaue wooden vehicles mythical is the proficiency required to operate them on the precipitous, meandering roadways that extend for 7 kilometers, encircled by breathtaking rice terraces. These conveyances possess a self-made braking mechanism that guarantees security and are distinctively sculpted with motifs such as dragons, lions, or eagles, displaying the handiwork and individuality of the craftsman. Shoeless operators in customary garments maneuver these conveyances downslope at a stimulating velocity, providing attendees a variety of exciting encounters. Might you venture to attempt riding a Banaue wooden conveyance in the Philippines? Comment 6, if you concur, or septi if you would prefer not to. Moreover, when you tour the Philippines, how could you ignore one of the nation's most captivating allurements? It is females who hold some of the most enthralling and unique attractiveness on Earth. Named the nation of beauty title holders, the females here glisten not merely on platforms, but additionally in daily existence. Philippine females have for ages created a powerful impact on the global arena, adding to the nation's standing as among the Earth's beauty giants. The thing that renders Philippine females special is their varied and characteristic attractiveness. A number exemplify the slender and light-complexioned model, a criterion esteemed in numerous Asian nations, such as South Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. Nevertheless, there exist as well striking females having gentle, sleek complexions and energetic fit physiques suggestive of Latin American lasses. This fusion of Asian and Occidental ancestry produces an enthralling and keen attractiveness that is difficult to discover otherwise. Possessing many esteemed titles from Miss Universe, Miss World to Miss Earth, the Philippines affirms its place on the worldwide beauty chart. As per a new study, they top the globe in the proportion of females occupying high-level managerial roles exceeding 28 nations, encompassing the US and Europe. In addition to their natural allure, Filipino women possess singular beauty care secrets. Aloe vera, famed for its superb hydrating qualities, is a favorite for making the skin supple. Coconut oil, a present from the ocean, maintains hair sleek and skin wholesome, a tradition handed over via generations. Not astonishingly, the Philippines stands as the globe's foremost generator and shipper of coconuts. The fusion of attractiveness, intellect, and cultural heritage renders Philippine females perfect matrimony associates, not just within the area, but also globally. Curiously, an increasing number of Philippine females are opting to wed foreign nationals, fashioning uplifting transnational romance tales. Philippine brides not merely offer elegance and enthralling attractiveness, but additionally represent commitment and accountability. They not just foster their households, but moreover, enhance the cultural bedrock of each party. Envision discovering your affection within the Philippines. You would not solely be wedding a spouse, but furthermore a dependable associate who can render every day of existence more radiant. Nevertheless, Philippine lasses are additionally recognized for their elevated criteria. Should you desire us to provide hints for capturing a Philippine maiden's affection, comment 8. When you are seeking a location to savor the most unique Christmas ambiance globally, the Philippines represents your perfect spot. Being the nation that observes Christmas earliest and most extensively, the Philippines astounds all with its celebratory period extending from September through December, more prolonged than any other place worldwide, called the Burr months, the most brilliant period of the year. Although no snow and winter exist, as in Occidental nations, Christmas Pasko within the Philippines brims with coziness and vivid hues showcasing sparkling Christmas trees, amiable Santa Clauses, and melodies resounding via the avenues. Significantly, November marks when Filipinos venture onto the avenues to carol and adorn their residences. Principal commercial centers such as SM Mall of Asia present magnificent illumination and pyrotechnic shows. Furthermore, the globe's biggest Christmas parole was lit in San Fernando, Pampanga during 2002, gauging 26.8 meters across and valued at 5 million pesos, a fact that will undoubtedly astound you. Yuletide within the Philippines is certain to astonish and please you. Should you be envisioning a tropical haven while not exceeding your budget, the Philippines serves as your perfect spot. Famed for its breathtaking shores, lively customs, and amiable inhabitants, it presents an economical living expense ideal for pensioners, adventurers, or anybody desiring existence overseas. Accommodation is a principal advantage. Leasing a single-bedroom flat in urban centers such as Manila or Cebu runs $250 to $450 monthly, with rates falling to $150 within outlying districts. Services comprising power, water, and web access span $100 to $150 each month, guaranteeing ease with financial limits. Nourishment is similarly economical. Eating at restaurants costs $7 to $15 in medium-priced establishments, or merely $2 to $4 at neighborhood places. Preparing meals domestically. Provisions average $150 to $200 each month, with fresh produce and meats broadly accessible. Transit is affordable and accessible. Communal jeepneys charge 20 cents to 50 cents a trip, whereas cabs or grab journeys are $3 to $7. Petrol costs from $3 to $7 a gallon, $4 a gallon render possessing a vehicle feasible. One may sustain a decent living standard for $800 to $200 each month, comprising lease meals, transit, and additions, such as a $20 to $30 fitness center membership or $20 to $30 for a recurrent payment to a streaming platform, $40 medical consultations. For individuals evading steep Occidental expenses, the Philippines provides isle existence with monetary liberty. At this expense, would you opt to reside here? Should that be remark 1. And if you adore this nation and wish to learn regarding visa processes to enter the Philippines, remark yes, and we shall provide specific details to you. Should you intend to journey or reside in the Philippines, there exist certain unique aspects concerning the populace here, which will undoubtedly amaze you. Among the elements that strike you immediately from the initial encounter is the deference and courtesy of Filipinos. Should you give slight heed, you will observe they possess a custom of bathing prior to venturing out to prevent creating unease for others owing to bodily scent. Consequently, numerous locations in the Philippines provide a distinct practice termed oil bath, which is dually advantageous for well-being and generates an agreeable innate fragrance aiding the system's purification. Merely listening to the designation is fascinating and singular correct, yet this offering is cherished by numerous visitors. Should you wish to learn how fascinating this singular offering is? Remark 5. Furthermore, regardless of their destination, Filipinos consistently queue tidily, even if there is insufficient area for standing. They yet create compact queues as though they are habituated to waiting for prolonged periods without objection. In bustling coach terminals, you shall observe an extraordinary spectacle. Notwithstanding extended queues of individuals bumping, nobody is hastening or exclaiming. All stay composed and forbearing, regarding waiting a typical aspect of existence. The factor rendering this deference still more captivating is their manner of communication. In communal conveyance, you shall never encounter boisterous mirth or impolite banter. Rather, they consistently employ the honorific PO and interact with one another courteously, fashioning an agreeable and deferential ambiance. Consequently, Filipinos are perpetually recognized for their warm reception and the grins that embellish their countenances. This not merely causes you to feel at ease, but additionally assists outsiders in feeling settled. Should you hail from the US or Europe, you shall perceive a clear distinction contrasted with nations having insular cultures. The expatriate groups in the Philippines are expanding, and inhabitants are consistently prepared to assist if required. Envision arising each morning, steeping yourself in the cozy ambiance, savoring tasty meals, and conversing with new acquaintances during karaoke singing. All things grow still superior when you resolve to participate in existence within the Philippines. Philippine cookery likewise mirrors some of the hopeful nature and warm reception of the populace here. Should you be an admirer of savory meals, you positively must not overlook the customary cuisines that bear the core of Philippine heritage. Among the hallmark meals is adobo prepared with pig or fowl, simmered in soy condiment, vinegar, garlic, and seasonings, presenting a deep, mildly tart and piquant taste that complements steaming rice beautifully. Furthermore, lechon roasted swine is an indispensable meal at celebrations, frequently made entire baked to a brittle oriat rind with succulent, tasty flesh within. A further vital distinctive dish is sinigang, a tart pottage created from tamarind stock, typically served with pig prawns, finfish, or garden plants. This meal is not just gently tart, but additionally quite simple to consume and invigorating. Particularly throughout celebrations or fiestas, households frequently arrange self-serve repasts with diverse courses encompassing sweets such as halo, a blended confection created from shaved ice fruit, adzuki beans, and evaporated milk, offering a chilly and sugary delight ideal for the torrid weather of the Philippines. Not merely does the cookery astound, but journeying within the Philippines is likewise a distinct expedition that entices travelers owing to its captivating locales and breathtaking natural sceneries. First and foremost, one must not overlook Manila, the energetic core of the Philippines, which flawlessly melds abundant history with contemporary existence. Situated beside the lovely Manila Bay, this metropolis is not just the financial and governmental hub, but additionally a vibrant cultural mosaic interweaving Oriental and Occidental impacts. Having more than 13 million inhabitants, Manila ranks among the most thickly settled and animated metropolitan regions in Southeast Asia, wherein contemporary high-rises exist adjacent to historic monuments from the Spanish Dominion period. A key feature of Manila is Intramuros, the historic quarter recognized as the walled city, wherein one may discover antique chapels and the San Agustin Fortress, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The metropolis is additionally a retail haven featuring SM Mall of Asia, among the globe's biggest shopping centers, where one can discover all items from global labels to regional distinctive goods. In addition to SM Mall of Asia, the Philippines possesses two further shopping centers, SM Mega Mall and SM North EDSA, which rank within the top 10 biggest malls globally. Curiously, the capital city's designation is distinct, not called after a champion or a historic personage, but originating from the appellation of a white blossom frequently seen in mangrove woodlands, which inhabitants term nilad. Following is the globe's most peculiar isle, Vulcan Point, a singular landmass inside a lake upon a volcano, within a vast lake upon an isle, the biggest of its type globally. The region's geomorphic configuration mimics a matryoshka doll having natural strata piled atop one another. From the Tagaytay crest, travelers may observe the lofty volcano positioned in tall lake, fashioning a lively natural panorama. The discovery expedition encompasses ferrying over the lake, trekking or equine riding about the volcano's caldera, an exciting and unforgettable adventure. Cebu, the South's sovereign, presents an ideal fusion of contemporaneity and untouched natural allure. Herein, one may dive amidst colorful coral formations in Moalboal, unwind beside the Kawasan Cascades, or relish new seafood cooked in native fashion. El Nido, possessing its immaculate transparent waters and extensive expanses of white shores, is a haven for individuals desiring to flee the clamor and commotion and appreciate untouched loveliness. Herein, one may undertake canoeing, aerial rope sliding, or discover enigmatic shores in an enchanting environment. Boracay, the gem of the Philippines, grandly possesses the designation as among Asia's most exquisite coastlines. This haven is not merely a perfect place for repose, but additionally a locale for exhilarating pursuits such as sailboarding or parachute gliding. Furthermore, the Cordillera's rice paddies, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, having a past exceeding 2,000 years, amazes travelers with the cleverness and exertion of mankind in subduing the natural world. Should you have reached this point, it gives us delight. Kindly enlist with the Global Life Discoveries channel favor and distribute the video if you appreciated it. We trust you acquired a new viewpoint regarding the Philippines. Meet you in the subsequent video.